Morning, ladies. It's day 13. Excuse me. So, day 13 was meant to be yesterday, and yesterday was a bit busy. Went up to London, came back, just loads of stuff going on, and I thought, do you know what? Rather than rush it or do it wrong, I'll do it tomorrow. So that's why we've missed a day. It's day 13 today, and it's perfect really, because my topic for today is how you could ruin Christmas, or how to not ruin Christmas. So the thing with Christmas is that there's a lot of hype. It's a bit like New Year's Eve. It's a bit like Valentine's Day. There's a lot of hype, and the hype around Christmas is that it's a time for family, it's a time for love. We're all meant to be sat around the tree, giving each other presents, watching Christmas Carol or The Sound of Music or It's a Wonderful Life, and loving each other and having the most amazing time and feeling connected, and that whole package. We all know it. We see it on all the adverts. You've got your John Lewis adverts, your Marks and Spencer adverts. It's just, we all know what's expected on Christmas Day. And this, in a way, is a poison chalice, because there is so much pressure on us to have that perfect day, because that's what we're meant to do. It's the one time of the year perhaps that we all get together with our relatives, and it's meant to be amazing. Okay, so if we fall short, you can feel really, really disappointed, or you can feel let down, or if something goes wrong, you think, oh, I have failed, and there's all that pressure. And that pressure and that desire for perfection, that desire to buy into that whole package, can be what ruins Christmas. Because obviously, if you're desperate to get it right, like the whole Christmas dinner thing, everything has to be perfect. The turkey has to be perfect. The gravy has to be, unctuous, and the potatoes have to be crispy, and it goes on and on and on. All these things that it's meant to be, and that pressure is like giving yourself an enormous, enormous task to do, as well as feeling the love and being happy and relaxed. Excuse me. And I just think it's too much pressure. So my top tip today is to avoid all that, is to just take the pressure off and focus on what Christmas is about for you. And if it's about being with your family and feeling the love, then let go of some of the need for perfection for the Christmas dinner. I have heard so many stories about Christmas dinners gone wrong. I spoke to a lady. She was actually selling stuff on a stall in Chichester, and we got chatting, and she said one of her best Christmases was when her and her husband had just moved into their new flat or house, and they had no money. It was when they were sort of young. They had no kitchen as such, so they had a little stove, like a little burner stove that you take camping, and a bought lasagna, and they heated it up over that. And she said it was so much fun. It was so relaxed. There was no expectation of this amazing creation in the kitchen, and they knew they were eating warmed up lasagna. But it made it fun, and they were together, and they were sharing that together. I've heard other stories. Another friend of mine, she cooked a turkey upside down. So when they got it out, they carved like the underneath, and they were going, there's not much meat here. But that's because they had it upside down. They were carving its bottom or something. So I want you to understand that it's not about making everything perfect. It's just about being there. And another really important part of this is, if you mess up, if you are carrying the roast potatoes to the table and you spill them all over the floor, right, okay, apart from the 5-second rule, which I would obviously enforce on that point, how you react is going to be how your children react. So if they see you dropping all the potatoes and you go off into a fit going, oh, it's ruined, the day is ruined, and going into dramatic, or even worse, if you go, oh, and start, go into the silent sulking thing, it could ruin the whole day. It could, it really could. However, if you drop the potatoes and then you just laugh and go, you know, okay, Grandad, you're having the hairy one, or whatever, you know, make a joke out of it. Your children will see, and this is so important throughout life, your children will see how to handle disappointment, how to handle things when they go wrong. And if you can laugh at yourself, you are giving them a massive, massive gift. So, just to recap, think of what you want for Christmas, and if it's just love and connection and being with your family, then just relax on everything else. You know, give it a good stab, give it a good go, make it a nice meal, but don't strive for perfection. Focus on the love and the people rather than getting everything perfect and pretty. And if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Just have a laugh. Okay, this is my top tip for today, and honestly, it will make your Christmas so magical. All right, I will see you tomorrow. It's the last day tomorrow. We're going to have a roundup, and yes, we'll have a big celebration for finishing. All right, take care, everyone. Lots of love. Bye.